Welcome to class. Today we're going to focus on your shoulders. We're going to look at opening up the front side of the body as well as moving your shoulder blades. So let's get started. Okay, we'll begin on the mat, sitting down, toes to touch, hips to heels, and then we'll start walking forward. Outstretch your arms, and then extend your right arm overhead, and now thread your left arm underneath the body and start to drop down onto your left ear and come into a twist. So we're going to sink and melt down into this pose. Feel the weight coming into your shoulder, and then breathe and let it release. Then take an inhale, start to rise upward. Release left arm out in front of you, and now switch so your right arm comes underneath the body. And then take one more breath in and begin to rise up again. This time outstretch both arms and sink back into a child's pose. With your next inhale, then rise up, come to all fours. Bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders and then knees underneath your hips. Draw the belly in just to keep it nice and neutral. And then draw your shoulder blades in together. Start to squeeze and then exhale, pull and then push upward through the hands. So pull the shoulder blades apart. Good, so sink down, draw the shoulder blades in, inhale here, and then exhale, push, and so that the shoulder blades come apart. Be sure to not come up into the neck and keep this moving. Draw in, exhale, push out, keeping the neck released. Again, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, push away. We'll come down one more time, keep that nice long neck. And exhale to push. Then we're going to sit back, coming hips to heels. Rise upward, and then with an inhale, sweep your arms out and up, bringing fingertips to the sky. Now turn your pinkies in toward one another. So turn the hands and then lift the chest. Now start to back bend, open the heart, and then look upward to the ceiling. Now with your exhale, start to fold forward, swing your arms back, turn the palms up to the ceiling, thumbs in toward one another. Now squeeze your shoulder blades. So you're diving forward, trying to lift the arms. Again, draw the shoulder blades in. And then deep breath, inhale, sweep up, rise up. Now pinkies in, open the chest, lift up, back bend. Exhale, dive forward, sweep the hands back, palms to ceiling, thumbs in. Again, inhale to rise. Exhale, dive forward. Once again, inhale, rise up, spin the pinkies in. And exhale, dive forward, sweep the palms upward. The next inhale, draw the hands forward. You're gonna pop up on your toes, coming into a high plank, and then with an exhale, push up through the hips, send the hips back, coming into an inverted V and a downward facing dog. So press through all 10 fingers and then press up into the shoulders so you feel an extension, coming all the way up the lines of the arms, up into your upper back. Don't worry too much about the lower body right now. Just keep pressing firmly through your fingertips. Again, and breathe. Now deeply bend the knees. Just keep the knees bent the whole time and then push harder one more time through the arms. See if you can open up the shoulders, bringing your chest towards your thighs. Get that big extension, reach. Big inhale. And now rise back up through the legs, through the tip toes. Take little steps, walking all the way up to the top of your mat. And from there, have a nice soft knee bend. Exhale and round forward into a forward fold. So let your head really drop down here, round forward. Feel the shoulders just kind of draping, releasing down toward the floor. All right, feeling nice and heavy through the upper body. With the inhale, take a slow roll up to standing. Draw in through the belly button. Keep curling the spine. Rounding little bit by little bit until we come up to a nice tall standing position. From here, take the arms, bring the shoulders up to the ears, making a circle. Reach them back now, and then drop your shoulder blades down the back. So with an inhale, reach up, roll open. Exhale, drop back down. Continuing again, inhale, reach, open, and release. And then going one more time with an inhale, reach, open, and release. Now with the sweep of the arms, turn the palms out and upward, rise all the way up again to the ceiling, turning the pinkies in toward one another. Lift up the spine, lengthen, and look up to the ceiling. Then exhale, start to fold forward, bending the hips back, send your hands back, squeeze the shoulder blades in with your thumbs coming toward one another. Inhale, again, sweep, rise and reach. Exhale, fold, sweep back, and squeeze. One more time, again, inhale, rise up, reach up. And exhale to fold forward, send the hands back. Now rise up, reach up again, stand up nice and tall. This time keep weight into your right foot. With an inhale, step your left foot back, balancing up on your big toes, and rise up to a crescent lunge, pinkies drawn inward. Open the heart now, start to find a big back bend, looking up to the ceiling. So keep your front knee bent, back leg nice and straight. And then we'll exhale, find that dive forward. Send the palms back, open the shoulders, bring the elbows in toward one another, and thumbs as well. Hold here and breathe. That's it, take a big inhale, rise the arms back up. Pinkies in, reach tall. Exhale, then you're going to release your fingertips down to the mat. Leave your left fingertips to the floor, and with an inhale now reach your right arm up to the sky, finding a twist. Right fingertips up, but now we're going to send the right arm overhead. Try to bring bicep alongside ear, and then press into your fingertips on the floor to turn and open. Breathe strong. And then with an exhale, turn your body back down forward, fingertips to the floor, and then exhale, step forward, round the torso down, release the body again into a forward fold. Now with a nice slow roll around the spine up to standing, letting the head and the shoulders be nice and heavy as you roll upward. Taking one shoulder roll, so inhale, bring the shoulders up to your ears, and drop them back down behind you. Next inhale, sweep your arms up, pinkies in, and now place the weight into your left foot, taking a giant step back with your right. Inhale now, open and lift into crescent lunge. Deepen the back bend, looking up to the ceiling. Then with an exhale, start to dive your torso forward. Sweep the arms back. Elbows come in, thumbs come in. Try to reach your chest forward. And again, roll the shoulders open. Inhale now, sweep back up, rise up, reach up, pinky is in toward one another. And now with your release, exhale, bring your hands down, right fingertips to the floor. Inhale now, open, left hand up to the sky, reaching for a twist. But then send the left arm overhead, again, biceps along ear. Again, push into your bottom hand to twist and open. Now turn your torso forward, exhale, release, step back forward, and again round down and release into a forward fold. And now with that slow roll, inhale, curl the spine upward, rise on up. Find a shoulder roll, inhale, shoulders reach up, and release down. Good, and then pressing into your right foot, take a giant step back and open into a warrior two. So blade your back foot, start to stretch and reach the fingertips forward and back, and sink down again into the warrior two pose, feeling a big stretch through the inner thighs, nice solid feel in the front thigh. Now with an inhale, you'll start to lengthen your front leg. Keep legs straight. As you reach forward, hinge at the hips, reach, and then release your right fingertips to your right shin. Inhale, now open and stretch so your left hand is up to the sky. And now take your top hand, so your left hand, bring it behind you as if you're trying to pat your back. And then press up into the elbow, into the shoulder, open and twist. Try to find length here. Good. Now inhale, stretch your left arm again back up top. Rise your torso upward, and then we're going to tip backward, so reach down with the left hand and up and open with your right, tipping back here into reverse triangle. Send the hand high. Deep breaths, find that nice lean inside bend. Good, now exhale, couple your hands down. We're going to step forward, again release, and round into your forward fold. And again, take a nice slow roll up to standing, rounding the spine, head and shoulders heavy. As you rise up, take a big shoulder roll up into your ears with an inhale, exhale, drop down away. Now plant the weight into your left foot, and with a giant step back, open up with your right foot into your warrior two, sinking down again into your front leg. So deep knee bend in the front, straight leg in the back. Hold nice and strong with the arms reaching forward and back. Breathe. Now again, find length in the front leg with an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach your torso forward, left fingertips to left shin. Inhale and open, right hand up to the sky. And now take the right hand, reaching it behind you as if you're trying to pat yourself on the back. Lift your elbow, open and lengthen. Again, looking up to the ceiling and trying to find a rotation up through the chest and ribs. Good, now release, sending your right hand back up to the ceiling. Now rise your torso upward with an inhale and then tip back. Inhale, reach. Now left hand up to the sky in your reverse triangle. And now a big exhale, cartwheel the hands down, framing your left foot. Now step forward and exhale, round forward, release into your forward fold. Begin to bend your knees, plant your hands down on the mat. Take 2 big steps back, coming into a high plank. And then with an exhale, lift your hips up and press back into a downward facing dog. So again, press through the hands, up through the arms and shoulders. Lift your hips high. We'll pause here, holding the down dog. Then with an inhale, come up on your tippy toes, roll forward, coming into a high plank again. This time, drop your knees. And exhale, just lower your belly, coming all the way down to the floor. So your hands are reaching by your sides. So hands will come just underneath the shoulders. And then start to roll the shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades. And with an inhale, gently press into the hands, ever so softly, but lift your chest up. Breathe into this version of a cobra. Just really trying to open again through the shoulders. Taking deep breaths. And exhale, round and release forward. Bring your forearms now down to the mat to the place where your hands were. So your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Palms down to the mat. Again, with an inhale, push into the arms. Roll the shoulders back, lift up, and now just extend the chest forward. So find the stretch or the opening through the front side. Roll the shoulders back, and now really push into your elbows so you lift up and away from the floor. Breathe and hold steady in Sphinx pose. And then exhale, release down. Now you'll take your right arm and reach it directly out to your side, so palm to the mat. Fingers reaching out, arms straight. Now start to push into your left arm, turning your body so you start to roll into the right arm, and then letting your left foot reach all the way over to the floor behind you. So start to feel the stretch coming to the front side of your right shoulder. Give a gentle squeeze, right shoulder blade up in towards your spine. And then sink into this pose and breathe. Exhale, slowly start to return back all the way onto your front. Sliding your right arm in. We'll switch directions now, sending your left arm out, palm to the floor. Again, arm completely stretched straight. Now start to turn, bring your right foot up and open, reaching your right foot behind you. Again, feeling the deep stretch into your left shoulder. And once again, slowly turn back onto your front side. And sliding your left arm in now. Plant both hands down onto your mat and rest your forehead on the top of your hands. And again, just breathe. And then with an inhale, draw your hands underneath your shoulders and press back with an exhale all the way through to a child's pose, which is big toes to touch, hips to heels, and then extend your arms back overhead. Melt down so your forehead is coming to the mat, and then really walk your fingertips as far forward as you can. Arms outstretched so your elbows are off the mat. And see if you can bring your arms in as close as possible to your head. And get that one more big stretch up through the shoulders. So press down to the hands, feel that activation through the mid-back. And with an inhale, start to walk your hands back. We're going to rise up, sitting back on your feet, on your heels. So sitting back, hips to heels. I'm going to take an inhale now, sweeping the arms all the way up. Fingertips to the ceiling, lengthen the spine, reach. And then we'll interlace the fingers, turn the palms up to the ceiling, and then press upward. So keeping this extension now, take a nice bend to the side. So you're going to open up and lean towards your left. Try to feel the pull up through the arms, extend through the shoulders. And once again, inhale, come back to center. Find the alignment again, extend through the arms, start to lean again. This time lean over to the right. Keep pulling, extending up through the arms. And once again, inhale, come back to center. And then release the hands, spinning the palms down toward the floor. Take another shoulder roll. Inhale, shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, drop them down your back. Now walk the hands forward and start to cross the ankles and sit back, hips to heels. So we're seated in a cross-legged position. From here then, with an inhale, sweep one more time, rising the arms up. This time take your right hand, bring it behind you. So again, you bring your fingertips to try to pat your back. And now grab your right elbow with your left hand. Try to gently pull in and feel the deepest stretch as you can. Now lift nice and tall, and then again we're going to lean one more time to the left. And then again feel the big stretch coming through the right side, through the right triceps, and up into the shoulder. Inhale now, bring yourself back to center. Release both hands, stretch them up to the ceiling, and now we'll reverse. So left fingertips now reaching, trying to pat your back, and then grab hold of your elbow with your right hand. A gentle pull in to find a deep stretch. Now lengthen and start to exhale. Bend over to your right now. And then one more inhale, rise back up. Release your fingertips both to the ceiling. And exhale, spin your palms and release down to the ground. Just give yourself a little neck roll, side to side. Roll forward now over the feet and ankles and come back into all fours. So you're going to bring your hips directly over top of your knees and then begin to walk the hands forward, keeping your bum lifted high. Outstretch the arms and then exhale, sink down, wrapping your forehead to the mat, releasing your chest and coming into a melting heart pose. So just keep the elbows gently lifted off the mat. Again, find the opening up through the upper back and shoulders, and just really try to soften through your mid-back. Rise up once more with an inhale. Coming back to all fours, come to the center of your mat, cross your ankles again, and then roll back. We're going to come all the way down onto your back. One last movement, so grab the backs of your thighs, extend the arms so you start to feel yourself flattening into your tailbone, and then just control a nice slow lower, feeling your vertebra touch down on the mat as you descend. Draw your feet underneath your knees now. And then feel the pressure then of your sacrum, of your tailbone pushing into the mat. We're going to control through the spine, through the pelvis here. So gently draw your belly in, and with an inhale, start to curl and lift the hips up off the mat as you start to bring your arms up as well. Send your fingertips overhead as you lift the hips up nice and high. The arms will come behind, rest on the floor behind you. Then with your exhale, start to lower the spine, but release one vertebra at a time as you slowly release your arms down by your sides. Once again, with an inhale, start to curl and lift. Send your arms upward. Exhale, release the spine, release the arms, and settle back down into the mat. Now draw your feet in so the soles of your feet touch with their knees open wide. Draw your fingertips and arms up one more time. With an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Stretch overhead, and then let one palm rest in the other as your arms settle down behind you, making a diamond shape overhead. On the next inhale, draw the knees in toward one another so your feet are coming back to the mat. And then slowly, one at a time, release the legs down onto the mat and let your feet fall open wide. With one more inhale, extend and stretch the arms overhead so you reach with palms up to the ceiling. And then a nice big exhale. Let your arms come out by your sides, making a snow angel-like motion. kind of wiping the arms all the way down by your sides, palms up to the ceiling. And once you release, settle everything down into the floor, onto your mat. Take one more deep breath in and then out. And we'll just rest here for a moment in your Shavasana, allowing the body to completely rest and release and soak up everything you just did for your shoulders. Now take a deep breath in. Begin to wiggle your toes and fingers, just bringing some awareness back to the body. Circle out your ankles and your wrists. And then with another big inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Reach your fingertips behind you, stretch your toes out in front of you, and let your body lift and arc off the mat. And then with an exhale, roll and turn to one side, curling up into a nice ball, taking a deep breath in through the belly. And ever so gently begin to press yourself up to a seat with an exhale, sitting up as tall as you can. And from here, we'll take one more deep breath in here together. So drop your hands down by your sides. With an inhale, sweep your arms out and upward. Send your fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. And take a big exhale through the mouth as you seal your hands together and bring them all the way down through heart center. Thanks for joining me and opening up your shoulders.